Yay!
Josh.
What's
Hey!
going on, everybody? We're live. How y'all doing? Hopefully y'all can hear me. I think y'all can hear me. Y'all. What's up, Joe? What's up, Joshua?
Hold on, I got to mute real quick. There we
Joshua.
go. Okay, sorry.
I got to mute my thing too. Yep.
So Josh Ricks, this actually, I'm kind of glad that Josh popped aboard because Josh was actually a scheduled guest a few months ago, and he had to bow out. So this is kind of like he had an appointment to be on here, and now he gets to fulfill that. So good seeing you, Josh.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
That is a nasty little beard you got in there, dude. I never knew how big that beard was. Holy cow. It's looking good. All right, let's see who's going on in here. El Tomahawks,
Yeah.
Swazana, Daniel the Bearded Apprentice, Jersey Ron.
Looks all right.
I think it looks better than all right. Sober Chef Eric Kennedy. Nice. We got like a second wave here, Johnny, of certain guys like Jersey Ron and Daniel the Apprentice.
Yeah.
El Tomahawk, you know. It's the second wave of D93.
Excuse me. The link isn't working. What? Hold up.
Brett, it's working. We just don't like you.
Let's try that again.
Woo! That's right, boys. Jason Folks. Good to see you, Jason. Right on. Yeah, Brett's going to be popping on here in just a moment.
Send them again. That's messed up.
Hey, everyone, get up Brett's case. It ain't going to fly tonight.
It ain't going to fly tonight, that's right.
Well, we'll get him in here.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
And then we'll see where we want to go from now to 9:30 since we're kind of free balling, as I like to say. Johnny Grims looks tired.
I was all good. I got thrown into a bad mood, and it's like mess me up, man. Mess me up completely.
It's the weirdest darn thing. On YouTube, Josh is like normal, but on our screen, or at least on my screen, and here he's sideways.
Oh, he looks normal to me.
Really? That is bizarre.
Yeah, no, he looks normal to me.
He may have to use the 3 dots in the corner I had on Ferocious Live. Uh-oh. What are those 3 dots again? Uh-oh. Pow. I saw a great meme today. It was the Wu-Tang logo with a picture of the Nature Boy.
Nice.
Whenever I think of the Wu-Tang, aside from the fact that I really like their rap, though, that Dave Chappelle episode where they did the race draft and the Asians got the Wu-Tang Clan. God, what a great show. I miss that show.
All right, let me let's try this again. Technical difficulties happening.
What threw you into a bad mood, Grooms? Asks McMahon.
Oh, just some fucking bullshit at home. You know, you get told one thing to make a life-changing decision, and then when that life-changing decision that you didn't really agree with completely starts to bite you in the butt, you can't really say I told you so. But I told you so.
There you have it.
That's it.
Those are the facts.
Could have been all. It could have been all right. Could have been all right. It's just what happens when, without trying to get into detail, because I don't want to get into too big in trouble. But like, people who don't listen to me, like when I'm right, it like goes bad for them.
Yeah.
Listen to me, damn it.
By the way, hey, Brett, good to see you. Who agrees? Johnny did that post. I wasn't part of that whole meme. To get me a picture without facial hair, I got to go back to like my late teens, early 20s. Johnny Grooms posted that picture. He is way more handsome with that beard, bro. Without the beard, he's flat out looking a little scary on the like autistic spectrum side of things, I think.
Oh my God.
Wow.
That was me trying on that picture. Jeez.
Oh man. I could see why they called you Lurch the last time, Johnny Grims. You look like Mafioso. I'm telling you, bro. It's either Special Ed or Mafioso. I'm not sure which. It's one of the two. And by the way, yes, I can make fat people jokes and Special Ed jokes, and I don't get hammered for it, just so y'all know. I'm allowed. And then Brett, I told Brett, I kind of love this because it's like this meme or this thing that we're doing because it's just like total night and day. When I saw Brett, I would have been like, holy cow, I mean, it just doesn't even look like you, dude. Just it's amazing how much facial hair can really change your looks.
Wait,
Well,
we're all bald here.
Yeah, well, yeah, we are. Even Josh, even our guest tonight is bald.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah.
Well, I was bald up here and on here in the picture I posted myself with. It was the only one I could find where I didn't have facial hair.
Yeah.
And I was telling him about 50 to 60 pounds lighter too. So
Wow.
When I first shaved my head, I was already starting to go bald, but I was in my early 20s and I shaved my head and I grew this, right? I grew what I call a Van Dyke, what a lot of you guys call a goatee. All right. And some of the girls actually started to like it. And so from early 20s on, that was me. On a rare occasion, I would shave it down real low, but I would never, ever get rid of it. So, I do have pictures of me out there with hair, but without facial hair. But, it doesn't look anything like me. And you want to talk about weight gain, bro. That was like 120 pounds ago.
The worst, the thing about basic training for me that was the worst was I showed up to basic training with bald head, but a goatee. And they handed me a razor. They wouldn't let me use, they wouldn't let the guy which I got in trouble for actually sitting in the barber chair because I was already bald. And they're like, are you trying to be a smart ass? I was like, no, you said get in the chair, drill sergeant. I wasn't trying to be, what are they going to shave, you fucking idiot? But yeah, so I got smoked. And then I thought they would at least shave my face with the razor, like the hair clippers. No, they handed me a straight razor, like a Bic, and said, shave your beard. And I had to shave that with the Bic.
Oh.
And I got done, and it looked like I had blood patches because it was tearing the hair. Yeah, it was rough. That was the worst part of basic training for me. The rest of it was cake.
You were Army, right, Brett?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That seems like a Marines kind of thing. I thought the armor might have been a degree nicer, but, No. Dirty 930. Yes, Jersey Ron. What's this D93 business? Okay, so Johnny and I were chatting. Johnny, you still want to go through with what we were chatting about, or do we just want to go a different direction?
Uh-oh.
Whatever. Yeah, it's cool. Excuse me, Jesus Christ.
Good one.
All right. So this is what we call a disclosure. Some of you may want to leave, come back in about 30 minutes or so. But I believe that this space on Wednesday nights, 8:30 to 10:30, should be able to be used to voice anything.
Yeah, that's true.
And obviously, we do not often get into politics in this arena. And I don't want to get into politics tonight.
Yeah, we're not going to get deep into politics.
But I definitely would like to spend some time talking about the debate in the idea of a debate and going forward. And without saying this is an attack on either of the candidates, I just want to talk about that structure and what you saw and whether we should even go forward. And then just this kind of discussion, because it blew me away.
Yeah, that was
last night.
It was that's like the worst display of of anything anything political ever. Like these are people that are supposed to be the leaders of the country,
right?
They're supposed to set an example. It's supposed to be professional,
right?
You can act like that if if you're not in office or you're not a president of the United States, things like that. I feel like it's like they're supposed to act at a higher standard. It's supposed to set an example.
Right.
They're not out in the street in plain clothes arguing about something. It's not like if me and you start arguing, we start fucking cursing each other out, or that's normal. When two people just start to argue. And just watching that, and it just it made it just I can hear everybody, the entire earth, just laughing at us as a country because we can't even the two candidates can't even just like talk to each other and go back and forth with with facts and things like that, and have an actual real debate.
Right.
Like that was like it was awful. It was awful. A lot of people were laughing. It was so entertaining. I'm like, I didn't see it that way.
No, I
didn't find it funny at all. I found it very, very disturbing.
It was a mess. And I've told this to my students for the last couple of years. I say to them, look, firstly, I'm of the opinion as a teacher that my politics never enter the classroom. My job is to inform, and then you make your own decisions. I don't need a bunch of little Airsians. I don't need my own little political cult, because that's not my bag. However, at the same time, whether we agree or disagree politically, we got to be able, just as average citizens, to be able to talk amongst ourselves, even if we have differing political beliefs, or else we will never unify as a nation again, right? And so that's kind of what I would like to talk about tonight, is just, realize that it was a shit show, and talk about some of the things that came out today, as far as like the organization that puts that thing together has said today that they're going to change the rules for the future ones. And what do you think about that? So let's start with anyone in the chat. What was your opinion of the debate as an entity last night, for those of you who watched it?
Real quick.
Yeah.
As we said earlier, I was in the Army, and one of the things that I was instilled in me early on in my career was you didn't have too much time in the field because you're mostly training, but there were times where you'd have downtime, and you'd sit around and talk with your buddies and whatnot. But one of the things that was instilled in me with my first section chief, and then I took it when I became a non-commissioned officer, or a leader, for the ones that don't know military jargon, but we tried to keep politics and religion out of conversations,
right?
Because those are two topics where people are so staunch in their belief system that it could go far. Well, it could spiral downhill real quick.
Correct.
Oh yeah.
And I never understood that, how you, like, for instance, the three of us sitting around and we start talking about last night's debate, and two out of the three of us totally agree with what was said, and the third is trying to make valid points, and it just goes downhill. Like, how can you not keep a level head when it comes to stuff like that? I've last night, and then and I told Joe this earlier, I didn't appreciate the vice presidential debate that was back when Kerry and Edwards were running against Bush and Cheney, and it was the vice presidential debate, and Edwards made some derogatory comment towards Cheney because his daughter was a lesbian. I didn't agree with that. Like, what it should be all about what you're running for, what you want to do to better the country, not about somebody's family life. Like, that shouldn't be brought up.
I was looking at it like there are some small portions of undecided voters in most states, right? Outside of the ones that are way red or way blue, right? So I'm sitting there and I try to put myself in the position of the undecided voter. What did I learn about either of these guys and where they're taking the country, either for 4 more years or if they get a hold of it for the first time?
You tried to learn something from that?
and to me, that was the issue. For any number of reasons, I just didn't see that. Now, Jersey Ron said Wallace favored Trump, which I find interesting since Wallace is a Fox News anchor. I like Wallace as a journalist, and protected Biden. Ron, I got to tell you, Wallace has been a journalist for decades, and as a teacher, I could kind of I could empathize with him when you're trying to control something that maybe you threw out there and it got way out of control, like a classroom debate, let's say, on a hot topic. I don't think he could have done anything more than he did outside of, like he said in the New York Times today, literally climb up on the stage and try and, instill
or
order.
Throw a shoe.
Yeah.
Take his shoe off and throw it. Like he said several times, he was trying to calm the the current president down because he was interrupting all the time.
So
Like,
go ahead, Brett.
I don't know. I just when it's debates like that, they're hard to watch. Not only are you not gathering a whole lot of information, you're now focused on the negative instead of what the debate was supposed to do, which was learn what each one's policies were going to be or where they were going with their candidacy, instead of digging at someone's personal life or a constant banter and arguing session.
So here's my question. There are 2 more presidential and obviously 1 vice presidential, which, by the way, I'm really looking forward to because I think Pence carries himself with an aplomb and a decorum worthy of the vice presidency. And I think he and Harris are going to have a very good debate. I'm actually looking more forward to that one than perhaps the other 2 presidential debates. Should there be the other 2? Now, the next one is supposed to be a town hall forum, so very different than what we got last night. And then the third one will be like we got last night, the 2 guys up at the podium lectern. And should the committee that's in charge of putting the debates on, they have a really long title, I forget. They're bipartisan, half conservative, half liberal, half Republican, half Democrat. Should they be imposing their will as they say they are going to? I'm asking you guys and I'm asking the chat those questions. Should we have 2 more presidential ones or should we just say, nope, that was enough? And if we do have the 2 more, should the rules be tinkered with as the committee said they will?
I think
maybe try a second one, and that one will determine whether a third one should be. Like if the second one goes like it did last night, there shouldn't even be a third.
Yeah.
Because what's the point?
Yeah. Yeah, Eric, I saw them saying that, but the problem, then here's a good point. If you turn off, like, let's say Biden's mic so that we can't hear him at home, Trump could still hear him on the stage and vice versa. So the distraction interrupting angle is still going to be present. It's just that we at home can't hear it. Right. So that's one of the negatives of the mic thing. It seems like it might sound good in practice, but for those 2, it's going to be like nothing. Nothing would change for them.
The only way it would work is if they do it like this. They set them up in booths and they do it remote. And each one can speak, and then you can just they can mute the other one. They ask the question, mute the other party, let them get their 2 minutes, and then carry on like that and do how it's supposed to be. So
that should be how it's done.
That's
you'd have more control,
right? You'd be able to they'll be able to get their point across and all that stuff, and actually speak instead of just going back and forth with each other like children.
Right, because that's what I want. It doesn't matter whose side you are on. They were both guilty of infractions when we're looking at debate rules. Trump consistently interrupted. Biden called him a clown and told him to shut up. Neither of those things should be going on. A, he's the president, but B, just normal decorum means you respect who you're debating against and don't get into that name calling stuff. And then on the Trump end, if your campaign agreed to 2 minutes of letting the other person talk, you've got to honor that. Or else why even do this? If there are rules and structure, you got to honor the rules and structure, or else, why even do it? Because the whole purpose is 92% of the country, let's say, knows who they're voting for. Those 2 guys are fighting for that other 8%. And there's no way you're wasting all of our times, except for those people that, found it entertaining, just to try and use this for an hour and a half, in my opinion. Matt Sports Beer, what's up, brother?
Yeah, for the people that thought that was entertaining or funny or anything like that, that's, that's the wrong sort.
Yeah, it might have been to you, but for me, it just defeats the purpose of the whole thing. Yeah. You know what I mean? The whole idea of it.
It makes us as a country look really bad.
And and I think it does too.
That we can't, that they can't just talk.
And if they can't do it, how are we ever going to do it and get past our own individual, as a nation, more divided since in my lifetime, we've never been this divided. And I'm all about us getting together. One of the nice things about this community is Brett, we don't really get into politics, so we don't have these sorts of things. And And I think that's good. I think that's good because you never know who the person across from you, how he's going to take something.
Yeah.
Right. You would hope everyone could sit down and I could look at Johnny Grooms and he's a bleeding liberal and I'm a hardcore conservative and we could still co-host a show together and be able to, I could go, Johnny, I think this idea sucks. And you can say, why is that, Joe? And then, you could have that kind of discourse.
Yeah. Well,
and
I'm wearing the red, you're wearing the blue. So,
That's true.
That's how do you want?
Well, yeah, it's interesting, Jersey Ron. Halifat, I'm not shocked. I just would like to see, like, for example, if some changes aren't made, I'm not going to watch the 2 presidential ones. I'll just watch the Veep one. I've got better things to do with my time, like play Rock Band. Jersey Ron, it's very interesting since back, if you're old enough, and I don't know your age, Jersey Ron, but you look like you're probably closer to me in age than some of the young kids in here. Remember when it was just ABC, NBC, CBS, it seemed like the news was, closer to bias free as it's ever been in the country. And then with the expansion of cable and lots of different news and then the internet, that's when bias over the past 20, 25, 30 years has really started creeping into our media. All right, so we addressed it. That's good. We're not doing the whole show on it. I just thought it was a significant enough topic. Wanted to give you guys in the audience a chance to say something if you wanted to. Brett, Johnny, before we move on, or Josh, anything else on the debate before we get into beard stuff?
I hope they do better.
Yeah, I hope they do better as well. Yes.
They got to do better. They got to redeem themselves. They each one have to redeem themselves on how they performed. So,
it's funny. Cam was talking about his history teacher. I bet you there are lots of teachers around the nation teaching public speaking courses or this, that, and the other thing, pulling video from that just to show, okay, now is this how you want to behave on this kind of stage, et cetera, et cetera. All right, so let's talk some beard stuff before we get to 9:30. And I'm going to start this off by saying, fucking Johnny Grooms, man. Fucking Johnny Grooms. This is where I'm starting tonight, all right?
What the hell?
I have been
because I'm wearing red, Joe.
That's it. This is a political attack on Johnny, but I'm doing it through the beard world. So I've been very good about not buying a lot of stuff because I don't need to buy a lot of stuff. And then fucking Johnny Grooms posts this picture of the new Frankenstein scent from Lux.
Oh,
okay. And so I'm like, God damn it. That looked really cool. It's green. It's a cool name. Johnny Grooms, whose opinion I respect, says something. And then asshole number 2 to my lower left has been on me about, Joe, you got to get Salem Smoke. Joe, you got to get Salem Smoke.
Yeah. That's good stuff, right? Too.
So I had them both playing in my head. I recently made a Beards Dignified purchase because they're going to be a guest soon. And then I just decided, screw it. I'm going to do some buying. So I bought a Lux scent. I bought the Salem Smoke. And then James Pershing and I are conspiring to do something that required a purchase. So I bought that as well. So for the first time in a long time, I actually did some purchasing for 3 companies in one day. Now, I don't want to dominate the chat here, but I'm going to go off on Lux here in just a second. So if anyone else wants to say anything, that's fine. But I'm about to go off on Lux.
Uh-oh.
The Frankenstein bastard is really, really good. It smells awesome. It's blueberry. It's blueberry thyme. I read the description of what it is, and now I can pick him out now. The only thing is I don't get a lot of tobacco or the roasted coffee or anything like that. I definitely get the blueberry. It's the strongest scent that comes out of but it's not a sweet blueberry. It's a weird blueberry.
That's good because if it's too sweet, it's cloying. Chad is bringing up a good point. Whoever's phone is buzzing, is there any way we can get rid of that buzz? I don't know whose phone it is, but it keeps coming in through the chat. If you can figure out a way to get that bump not to come through the chat, that would be awesome.
Who's getting messages?
Yeah, who's getting messages? Someone's real fucking popular. A lot more popular than my old.
Someone's in a group chat.
There you go. Good call, Johnny Grooms. Good call. All right, so here's my thing. And I got nothing against Dave. I think Dave is one of the greatest creators, even if I haven't liked a couple of his more recent purchases. But let me tell you something. So I'm in buyer's mood, right? I literally, the last scent of his I bought was the Cupid scent. And the last scent I bought before that was Vintage and Bilberry. So for those of you who like Lux, you know how many scents have come out in that time, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm not as familiar because I haven't even been on the site. So I am literally going through every single scent to say what I like, what I like, what I like. Then I've got a couple guys in the community who I know are big Lux heads, McMahon. And so I threw McMahon a couple questions. I said, rank these. Where do you feel they go? Blah, blah, blah. And McMahon replied. So I go through like 10 to 15 cents, and he's got firstly, of those 10 to 15 cents, he's got 3 of them. And of those 3, only one of them appealed to me, which is dark. So I ordered dark. But I wanted to order 2 or 3 more. Here's my bitch, okay? It was cute at first when I was a reviewer and everything else and blah, 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 blah. I'd play the fucking game. But now, as a customer, it is pissing me off. Why is it that every other beard, I mean, I know this, it's a rhetorical question. Every other beard company can be out of maybe a cent or 2. But to be out of 40, 50, 60% of your line at one time consistently, pull those cents off the site or I don't know. Now, I'm the idiot here. I realize it because Lux is hugely successful, and he's not going to listen to me. But it's a huge gripe I've got with the way he does that.
Well, I know he released Frankenstein on Sunday.
Yeah.
And he released it at 2:00. And I went in there at 6:00 my time. It was 2:00 my time that it came out, noon in California. So it was 2:00 my time, and 6:00 my time. I went back in to check to see if it was there, and it was gone.
Yeah,
nothing.
You got to be quick with that. You got to be real quick with it. I already got it down. I can pretty much get any new stuff that he comes out with. I got a whole system down when it comes. I have an alarm on my phone. It's called the Lux alarm.
Yeah, he says that quick.
And Gary, here's what I said. I'm not hating. I already propped Dave and his talents, and I own a bunch of Lux. That's not hating. This is me as a disgruntled customer who is willing to give him some of my hard-earned cash, but I can't because it's like old Mother Hubbard's fucking cupboard, all right? If I go into Target and they're out of ping pong balls because I want to play ping pong, and I keep going back and they never have ping pong balls, fuck you, Target. I'm going to Walmart to get my fucking ping pong balls. Now, that being said, obviously, I can't go to any old place to get Lux. I can only go to Lux. And I think that's the problem I have as a consumer. All right? I get the whole motivation and what he's doing and this and that, but I really think, the guys that put him on the map, if he's not going to, he's got to have 20 to 30 cents by now. If we know that these cents are going to be out, pull them off the freaking site. All right? Just pull them down.
He's got another new one coming out.
I had to get when I got Sweet Bastard, I had to get the custom. I had to get the butter through the custom.
Mm-hmm.
So it charged me extra money because I had to get the custom, whereas he would eventually either hold off on getting sweet oil because he didn't have the butter yet, or get the oil separate and get the custom butter. And I ended up doing it that way.
Right.
The only problem is you pay for the $25 for the butter, right, instead of the $17.99.
And Brian says you can always randomly find balms, which is great, Brian, if I have 80% of Lux scents and I'm just trying to fill holes. But I don't want Lux's balm if I don't have the matching scent. I'd rather go with the oil.
The problem is too, I don't wear his balm anymore because it's so stiff.
Yeah.
It's pretty stiff, yeah. This balm is hard.
I'll be able to, if I used his balm in a beard this long, I'd be able to smack somebody in the face and put an eye out with it.
What's her name?
Well,
that's
thankfully she's outside.
Well, I wasn't referencing your wife. I was hoping there was something on the
thankfully
side.
She's outside.
So it's just one consumer's gripe, but and to be honest, it just hit me the wrong way because I really wanted to buy some freaking Lux, and I'd taken a year off, essentially 10 months, 9 months, whatever. And yes, Redbeard Ryan said that he loved to keep it, and I'm glad it found a new home. I got one use out of it and said no, thank you. And Redbeard, of course, won the contest, and he got that Lux, so that's great. And I've heard a lot of good things about Dark, so I'm very happy I got it. It's just frustrating that when I'm literally handing you money, I can't hand you money. So that's all I'm going to say. But on that note, being a bitch.
Do you subscribe to
Yes.
his newsletter?
But I
Okay.
haven't been interested. So, and I played hey, frickin' the Rolling Stones are coming to town. You have 5 minutes to buy the ticket online before they're all sold out. I played that game before. Like literally sat there and refreshed my browser until I got the one of 20 that he was releasing that week kind of thing, you know? What's the chat say? Joshua,
By the way,
so quiet. Yes.
I know it's not Dirty 930,
Yes.
but this right here, I want to tickle the bridge. I don't want to stab it.
Yeah, you could pull that thing into like a pointed weapon, you know, like a dagger.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. If I used Lux's bomb, I just form this into a big old point and just start poking people's eyes out.
And Gary, I have a bone to pick with you, but I don't blame you because I know due to the COVID. But when you said I could buy Peak, dude, I want to buy that Irish Blue. I want to buy that Irish Blue. But I know suppliers are, having problems right now. But I already told you, you have a guaranteed sale of, oil, balm, oil, butter, whichever, once that Irish Blue is back. I miss the experience of going to buy concert tickets in person. Yeah. Oh, Gary Lewis. Okay, so now I am going to pick a bone. All right.
Irish.
No, I'm not.
Blues in stock. Very nice.
I will get it tonight. I still have a bit of the buyer in me, Gary. So unless everyone goes and fucks me tonight, I'll buy some.
I didn't know that there was a Leonidas bastard either.
Yeah, that was one of the ones I was looking at as well.
And I think Sunday is a new one.
That's what Brett said.
He saw it on IG.
Is Josh like
his internet's not very strong, so he phases in and out. So
I thought he was auditioning for like a Halloween ghost part or something because he was phasing in and out.
What's the one coming out Sunday?
Hang on.
I think it's called "It Won't Be on the Shelf," bastard.
Damn.
Mother Hubbard bastard. That's what that one is.
It's called the Sultry Bastard.
Yeah.
And this one sounds good. Amber, vanilla, musk, blueberry, tobacco, bay leaf, marijuana, nutmeg, vanilla, ambergris, black amber.
Did you just for real marijuana?
That's what he says. That's what's on there.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Cannabis. It's cannabis.
I saw that too. I didn't realize it was a new release, but I saw that and I said, "Oh, that looks like it."
I'm gonna have to. Oh, God, fuck, I can't spend anything. I can't. This is why I'm angry. This is why.
So let's just be a hypocrite. So while I'm bitching, although it's not a hypocrite,
I just bought Bilberry.
Yeah,
right?
I saw that. I
bought Bilberry.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I like it.
I love it.
And then I got the frankincense because it's new. And then I was like, okay, cool. And then he comes out with this thing. I would have never bought Bilberry if I knew that was coming out because then I would have bought that instead.
Yeah. I'm wearing Lux tonight. I'm wearing because I think you were saying you were running out of this, Brett. Curious, and so I'm wearing it. But I also want to say real quick, and then I'll be done with beard stuff. Is I don't know if you guys have seen this.
Oh, Elf 2.
Elf 2. Bam gifted me this. I mean, he gives me more credit than I deserve with Jolly Old Fat Man, but I'll take the oil. If you liked Elf, if you got the original Elf, add coffee to it, and it's that scent. You can definitely pick up some of the coffee. Yeah, Brett, it wasn't my cup of tea initially, but it definitely grew on me as I started opening up to more food kinds of scents. If you didn't ever smell Elf, it's waffles, maple syrup, bacon, and have the cup of steaming coffee with it, and you've got this. But I love another Oz label, man. Killing that label right there.
So that smells like Elf 1. Do you have Elf 1?
I do have Elf 1. At the time, he sent Derek and me, English teacher, he sent Derek and me the only oils of Elf that he'd made. It had only been just a balm when he sent it to Derek.
That doesn't sound right. How is it Derek and me? He sent Derek and I.
No.
Me and Derek? He sent me and Derek?
Okay.
Derek and me?
It doesn't matter the order. It's the I and the me. All right. So real quick, let me get all grammar geeky. Sent is an action verb. It takes a direct object. I cannot be a direct object. It's got to be me. Oh, wait. This is what my daughter sent me. Bam! She sent me one of those. And then she sent me one of those. And they proudly are on my other, So that's why. I has to be a subject. So that's why you don't say Brett and me, because me can never be a subject. It's Brett and I. Just like you can't say I sent I. You say I sent me. Oh,
I'm gonna forget that as soon as like we stop. Yeah. Like,
well, shit, you lived 35 years without ever knowing
totally
it.
Totally forgot everything you just said.
Yeah, it's gone now.
I'm gonna have to go back.
I'll still catch myself going. I sent my whatever it was that I argued. I'd still be doing that.
Yeah,
it doesn't sound right.
You'll even say it wrong or incorrectly or non-standardly. And
no, what I'll do is I'll end up correcting somebody wrong when they say it right. And I'll say it with such authority that they'll be like, "Oh fuck, maybe I did say it wrong."
He knows his shit. I mean, he knows his grammar.
But you just have to. It's the way you say it. If you sound confident in your answer, whether you're fucked up or not.
Oh yeah, for sure. Gary Lewis, he's alluded to it. We still got a good 24 minutes. Eric, you have Holy Grail on the way. By the way, Eric, I don't know if you knew this or not, but I am Jose Ayers. I have one browser that's a Barbados Joe browser, and I have one browser that's a Jose Ayers browser due to work. I forgot to keep both of my stuff on the Barbados Joe browser, so that's why if I comment in the chat, it'll say Jose Ayers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I guess it's a good time to explain what I want to do. What I want to do. So I have this big collection, right?
Yeah.
Huge collection. I can't wear it all. So what I want to do is I want to start giving stuff away. We're not really giving stuff away. Yeah, kind of giving it away.
No, you are giving it away. You're just
it is giving it away. So
when we're done with the chat, I'll give you my address.
Okay. Well, no, I'm not giving it away. Like
better include your PayPal, brother.
Yeah. So what I'm doing is, an oil or a balm matching. Some may match, whichever one. If I can match it, I'll match it. If I can't match it, then it's just what I got. So I've been doing these trades and giveaways and stuff out of my own collection. It's starting to cost me. The last thing I sent today cost me like almost $9 to ship, right, on a giveaway. So instead of just giving it away and paying the shipping, the whole collection is up for whoever wants anything from it. All they have to do is just PayPal me. I'm going to say $10 to $12 to cover all the shipping plus the envelope that I got to go buy and all that stuff. I'm not a business. I don't have that stuff. I don't buy envelopes and packing shit and all that stuff. The only time I go out and actually buy that stuff is if I'm going to send something away. So, anybody wants anything from here, I'll give you my PayPal info. Shoot me the cost of shipping, which will be like anywhere from $10 to $12, depending on how much you want, because it's going to cost for the envelope and all that other stuff. And I'll send you out products, because you got to think about it like one bottle of oil is $17. You PayPal me $10, you're going to get, an oil or matching butter or something like that, way cheaper than you would if you were going to buy it. So I really just want to slim down this whole collection, because I'm not going to use it. It's going to go bad. I don't want to throw it away. I got some good stuff here, and, it'd be a shame. I already gave like a shit ton to Joe. Not you, Joe, but Beard Life Joe went to his house, like 2 boxes worth of stuff. And, I still have, I have an entire bag that I'm just going to throw away. It's not worth giving out. So I cherry pick, I keep what I'm going to keep, and the stuff that I don't like that I wouldn't even give to somebody, I throw away. And I have 2 bags. I have 2 bags of that's over there ready to go to the garbage. So
I want to know what's in those bags.
Yeah.
Johnny Grooms, someone said something in the chat to you. Josh said DM him. El Tomahawk, Bentedos says, show us your collection, JG.
Really? You want something, you DM me on Instagram. It's a lot easier to do it that way. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. No, I won't give away Lemon Delight. I love Lemon Delight. That's not one of the ones I've been giving away.
Yeah.
Don't forget, I have this down here, but I also have 2 shelves upstairs. So I'm starting to notice that like the stuff down here, I have to dust off. I have to clean it. I have to I can't look like shit on camera. So what I'm saying? and I'm not really wearing it. Maybe once in a while I'll take a bottle upstairs just to rotate it and then use it, but like more often than not, it's just sitting down here. You know, a lot of stuff just sitting down here. And like some stuff I use for review, some stuff I never got to review it, and I wore it like maybe once or twice. And it's already reaching like 2-3 months old already, and it's just sitting there. So that's what I'm doing. So if you're interested, DM me. Billy Rogers, no, that's not true. That's definitely not true.
That would be my house, Billy Rogers, but I'd have to have bought it before I could throw it away.
No. No. So yeah, I'm not even into it. No, I don't. No. I would give that if like there's some of that stuff that I would give away because like it's good. Like even though like whatever, like you know, it's still a decent oil. It's not bad. So, but yeah, just DM me on Instagram and we'll shoot over my PayPal. You send me over like the $10 to $12 depending on how much you want, and that's it.
It might be a little more, Johnny, just because is it first class? Do you have to buy?
No, I go to the cheapest shipping possible.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So
even the cheapest shipping, the last thing I just sent was just a bottle of oil.
Yeah.
I sent it to Georgia. It was like almost $9, and that was the cheapest shipping like available. Like when I went to go do it, $9 for the thing. I was like, damn, man. And I had to buy the envelope, and thankfully I had some leftover bubble wrap from purchase. That's why I keep all this shit from when I buy shit.
Yeah.
That's what I use to wrap up the oils and that or whatever. And yeah.
Send him an extra $3.50 and he'll autograph the label for you.
And then if I have any extra swag, like I got extra stickers from stuff that's not on the board, I throw that in also.
Nice.
Because what am I gonna keep? I'm gonna have like a pile of shit around. Not shit, but stickers. No, yours is special. Don't worry about it. I have it. That's not going anywhere. It's gonna go up there when I find I'm working on a spot where to put it. Because I'm gonna have to cover somebody and stuff like that. So I have to weigh it out. I don't want anybody getting mad at me.
I know it's funny, Johnny, because I have like with my new arrangement, I definitely have like the top shelf liquors, right? I have the ones I'm gonna wear all the time. And then I have a secondary shelf, which, again, I would wear pretty much all the time. They're just a hair below. And then I've got 2 tubs, and I have a backpack, not like kind of like what you were saying. I have a backpack of stuff I won't even send people. But it's hard making those choices. Like, there's some great companies. Like I'm looking at Hanyaker and Ape on that second shelf right now. Mm-hmm. So there's some good companies that are down there. But there's only so much top shelf you can have. There's so much limited space and you don't want to crowd it out. My God, I just take a step now and they wobble and fall because they're sitting on top of the balm. And
I got the idea to do this because, like, I just bought 2 combos. I have another 2 combos coming on the way. I have another bottle of oil coming on the way. I got stuff coming in, and I have all this piling up, and it was neat. But, like, if you see, we can see it. Like, all that is all butters and balms. And, like, it's getting out of control again. Like I had it under control and now it's getting out of control again. So I have to trim it down. My top shelf upstairs is full. I have 3 rows of oils on that top shelf. And then I have the tester's table, what I call the tester's table. So like the next thing I'm going to review is on that tester's table. So they're sitting another 3 combos. Yeah. Another 3 combos that I'm testing for reviews.
Yeah.
So like I have to get rid of it, and I don't want to throw it away. I'd rather give it to somebody. Just cover the shipping.
I really want to know what's in the trash bag.
We all do. Well, he's not gonna say it. I wouldn't say it if I were him. Fuck that. Particularly if that stuff was gifted to you from a company. No, that's just.
No, I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about him saying it in here.
Oh, you just mean like, you want the skinny, the DM skinny? Yeah. I'll leave that to you and Johnny. I wanted to say real quick too with Eric. Eric had his 9-year celebration last weekend, and I was in Ohio with shit internet. Eric, I wanted to apologize. Sober Chef Eric, I wanted to apologize because I really wanted to at least pop in and say hi and congrats and everything, and I couldn't even do that because the internet was so bad at the cabin we were at. But congratulations, brother. Good for you, man.
That's big.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Yes, James.
For the purposes of
yep, I do. I have a whole table for the purposes of the review. That's right. And I actually I have another table. That's my face down camera table is right over here. I bought special.
Do you have another table for all the bulges?
No.
No.
Wow, that's awesome, Eric. That is awesome.
He did very well. That stream
awesome.
was great, especially those cookies. Miss Bluegrass, man, she made those cookies, and
That's
they
a great idea, Billy.
sold for a lot of money.
What?
Miss Bluegrass, Ken's
Bluegrass.
wife.
Yeah.
She auctioned off 4 dozen cookies. It was almost 300. Was it almost 300? Almost 400. I forgot. It was up there.
What'd be great
Where
is if
was I
one
at?
of them had a go ahead, Brett.
No, where was I at for this cookie auction?
It was part of Sober Chef's 9-year anniversary.
Yeah,
Oh,
and it
wow.
was like a last. Yeah, that's right. Gary won it. Gary won that auction. He won. $275 for the cookies.
Holy cow, Gary! That's very sweet of you, man.
That's a lot of cookies. A lot of money for a lot of cookies. It's all for the cost, of course.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I've been trying to get some cookies, man. And
Of course, they don't tell the fat guy about some cookies.
That's great that a bunch of you in here attended. That's awesome, man. I really, really wanted to.
You had to be there because it was like that was definitely, it was an impromptu auction item. She just threw that idea out there like that. I was like, oh, I'll auction up some cookies, and freaking damn cookies. I was like, already. I was like, cool. We're starting to bid at $10. Right. Everyone was like 50, 60. I'm like, well, I'm out. Come on, man. I didn't think cookies were gonna, go for that high. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like Tyson when they did that food eating challenge. They never even contacted me, and I kept telling them I'd take you all down, and they're like, "Nah, whatever. You're all talking smack, blah blah blah." No, where was the invite? You're all scared. They're not scared. They're scared.
See, now that I know there was an auction going on, I was just going to pop in for the thing. I would have made Johnny feel bad and had him auction some soap, and then I would have gone up to $50 for the cause to buy the soap just so I could tell Johnny, "Fuck you! I never wanted the soap in the first place." That would have been my
man, that's a
that would
good
have been my
idea.
whole
I
thing.
still have bars right over here.
No, you
right
don't.
down there.
No, you
Yeah,
don't.
dude. They're all right here. These are all my soaps.
That's Dr. Squatch stuff. That's not your
Swazana says Brett Tyson is looking for challengers.
See?
Who, what now?
Swazana says Tyson's looking for challengers, so maybe you better throw a DM his way. Oh, do I hear Johnny Broom's wrapping paper soap?
I see.
Oh,
See,
look, it's got
my name on it, and there's the bar soap right there, like
oh.
all nice and crinkle cut.
Joshua Ricks is on the screen.
It's fake. It's a styrofoam pizza, whatever.
I'm actually gonna take a bar upstairs because I need soap.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I never got that. I never got that damn soap.
Smells so good.
Never got that soap.
Well,
Nice to see you in here, Define. Define's on that long list, but he's a newer company. He's on that long list. It took me almost 2 years to buy Beards Dignified, Define, so I'm gonna have to buy you one of these.
what'd you get?
I got the sampler set, and then he sent me the new one because we're going to have Beards Dignified and Bearded and Winning on as co-guests in the very near future. And he collabed that new pineapple scent.
Pineapple Express.
Yeah, he sent that to me gratis, so I was happy.
Nice.
But I'm doing a
Beards
live
Dignified's out
unboxing
of
for that,
KC,
Johnny.
aren't they?
What's that?
What?
Beards Dignified's out of KC, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are because they have a KC Shuffle scent, and I believe that they're out of Kansas City.
They do something so unique that nobody else does, man. They got their tins divided in half, and you can get 2 different scents.
What?
Really?
Yeah, but I don't know if it's customizable. I don't know if you can.
We'll find out, won't we?
Well, we'll see. But that's they have a combo like that already, and also they have a collab with Kyle and Joe. Is it Kyle and Joe? Yeah, the cousins.
Yeah.
But their butter collab has 2 different styles of butter. One's poured and one's whipped, and they're both different scent on each side.
Oh,
so not only you're getting 2 different scents, you're getting 2 different butters.
Styles of butter. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I was like,
killer.
I saw that and I was like, wow. That's why I included my review.
I just said that.
Wow. Because it was that's so unique,
I had been wanting to buy them since I first started, and then Johnny got the Space Cowboy. And then I talked to Bearded and Winning on occasion in DM, and he because he's an ambassador for them, and he and I just started talking about them, and then it just came that, hey, let's, I would like to have you on the show. And he's like, hey, let's get Beer Signified. And so I was like, screw it. And then I looked, and he's got a lot of compelling sense, and he had a sampler. I've been a sampler guy from the old days. I'm a huge fan of the sampler. So I bought that 4 cents, which we'll do a live first impression of. So I'm not touching them till then.
Yeah. So like when I can purchase again, I'm going to buy whatever dual combo thing they got, happening. The one thing they have now, I think it's a seasonal scent. It's like a Halloween type scent. So like I'm gonna wait until whatever they got, the next iteration of the dual, unless I can customize it. Then I definitely want like 1/2 Pineapple Express and 1/2 something else. But I definitely want to try that Pineapple Express.
What all is in the Pineapple Express?
I'm gonna guess pineapple.
Well,
But I don't know.
Let
me see if there's any.
You're on a roll tonight, Joe.
I took my James Pershing pills.
Oh,
let's see. What's in the Pineapple Express? Let's.
But
see.
He's a lot more clever. He wouldn't have gone with pineapple. That was just a stupid one. While Johnny's looking it up, Gary puts in there when I and Damn Yankee were friends. That's just all I need to know is right there when Damn Yankee and I were friends. And by the way, it's not Damn Yankee and me, as we already know. So I don't want to dig anything up, Gary. But what happened that you and Pete aren't friends anymore? That would have been a power couple right there. Who was the power bottom?
Why did you say no to the dual butter?
Yeah,
like that, one on one side, one on the other. Pineapple Express is sweet amber, pineapple, black oud,
a lot of sweet,
cherry wood smoke, and there's some cherry wood smoke.
JG, do you have that one?
No, I got Space Cowboy.
Which is
love.
If I buy some,
it's Gunsmoke, it's Dark Crystal or something like that, and a couple other scents. Johnny really loves it.
Yeah, I like it.
And Johnny doesn't like Gunsmoke. Johnny's not a huge Gunsmoke. Isn't one of those profiles that Johnny naturally.
Yeah, the gunpowder. Yeah,
gunpowder. Gunsmoke.
That's not true. I like gunpowder. I like this gunpowder more than other gunpowders because it's a soft gunpowder. It's a really light, soft gunpowder. You definitely know it's there, but it's not overpowering to the other scents.
So you don't like America the Beautiful then?
Oh no, I love America the Beautiful. Yeah, that's a good gunpowder scent too. That's a really good gunpowder scent.
By the way, I'm calling this already. I'm just gonna buy this for the name of the damn scent. Jolly Old Fat Man's River Pimp. Holy cow! What a great scent name. I don't even care what the profile is right now. River Pimp. These are actually, he's doing 2 with Oz the Great. Oz the Great actually designed the scents, right? What a great name. River Pimp. I want that on my shelf with the Oz art. I never heard of like them. Gary, life happens, Joe. My trust is... okay.
I really think Adam still needs to come up with the bridge scent.
Bridge.
Well, we already have Witch's Cunt, so maybe he'll work his way around that area.
Where's that? Where's Hanyaker from again? What state?
Illinois.
Yeah, he's in Illinois.
Are there any famous bridges in Illinois?
Are there any famous
bridges? From Indiana, but he lives in Illinois.
Okay, so either state. Are there any famous bridges in those states? No.
I think there are a couple that probably cross the Chicago River in Chicago, but none that are like famous that I know of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
we just take one of the names of those bridges.
Now, however, Indiana is home to a lot of covered bridges. In fact, the bridges of Madison County is based on Indiana. So we got a covered bridge idea there from his own home state. So that could be something.
The bridge
in Illinois. Yeah. That's right. By the way, fun trivia fact. Okay. Pekin, Illinois, where Hanyaker is from. I do this lesson with my students about high school mascots and ask them to decide whether they're appropriate or not appropriate. Pekin, which sounds a lot like Peking, which is what we used to call Beijing.
Are they the witches' cunts?
Better. Pekin, Illinois, or Peking, Illinois, and until 1980 were the Pekin Chinks. They used look at Brett lineup when yeah, it really is. It's like a shiny ball to Brett, so to speak. But
What
yeah,
did he say?
he said, look at Brett lineup when Bridges mentioned. That was Ryan. But they had, you know, that it wasn't like a weird thing because they had like the Asian dragons part of their mascot and everything. And finally they were like, you know, maybe we better change it. So now they're the dragons.
Well, I'll have you know, my second favorite, and probably tied with first favorite band besides Rush, is Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
And so I'm either listening to Zeppelin or Rush in my car. And when I hear the bridge now, I can't help but die laughing. And people don't understand it. I'm just laughing the whole time, especially at the end when Robert Plant says, "Why is I can't find that bridge?" And I just die laughing.
Oh, Adam was on fire without even trying to laugh. When that damn copy that truck driver as he's about to drink, boy, that slayed me. I've never heard that shit before. Speaking of which, Zeppelin, back when I was a teenager, you couldn't be a Zeppelin fan if you were a New Wave fan, right? Because that was rock or stoner music. But once I matured, I really started to enjoy them. Have you seen when they were awarded the Kennedy honor, whatever that thing is called?
Oh yes, with Heart.
Oh my God!
Oh
Is
my
that not amazing? For any Zeppelin fans out there, or fans of Heart, or fans of the song "Stairway to Heaven," go to YouTube. Look at the Heart version with John Bonham's son on drums. Look at the Heart version of "Stairway to Heaven." It is an amazing performance.
And you know it was done right when Jimmy Page, John Paul Jones, and Robert Plant are all looking at each other like in awe.
Yeah, and Plant had tears.
Their song was done right.
Yeah, yeah. Particularly Jimmy Page. He's jamming to it. He's digging it.
Oh yeah, he was digging it the whole time. It's
my two must-sees for that and the My Guitar Gently Weeps with Prince. I didn't realize Prince was that big of a guitar virtuoso until I saw that.
Oh my gosh.
I knew he was a great musician, but I did not know he could play the guitar like that, you know.
Oh, he's one of my favorite musicians all around, and he was an amazing guitarist. In fact, one of my favorite Super Bowl halftime shows was his when he did Purple Rain, In the Rain.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, great. I wasn't a big fan of his later stuff, but back again in my teen years in the 80s when the Purple Rain album came out and Little Red Corvette and Let's Go Crazy, When Doves Cry, I love that song. I loved all that stuff. But again, he was a little too poppy. If you were a new wave dude, at least in California, Southern California, if you're a new wave dude, you didn't really own up to liking Michael Jackson's Billie Jean or Prince. That was your closet girlfriend. You couldn't talk about them with your new wave buddies. You listen to that shit.
I didn't care.
Yeah. Well, see, you had bigger balls than I did at 16, 17.
Well, funny story. When Purple Rain came out, my uncle, my mom's brother, sent me the Purple Rain record.
Okay.
And I only had the little Fisher-Price record player.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
My favorite song was Darling Nikki.
Oh, great song.
And the first line is when he's masturbating to a magazine. Well, I'm 10. I had no fucking idea what that was.
Right.
And my mom comes running down the stairs. What are you listening to? And I told her,
Fisher-Price.
Uncle Leonard, on a Fisher-Price record player. And I had no idea what masturbating was at that time. I was innocently listening to the album, just jamming out to that song, and she heard that line. And so I tell her, Uncle Leonard sent it to me for Christmas. She immediately gets on the phone and I will never forget that conversation as long as I live.
That reminds me, although this is much more tame. When I was young, I lived with my grandparents for a couple years, like when I was 3, 4, 5. And it was around that time that American Pie came out. And, it's got, of course, that catchy hook. And so I remember getting a bath one night, and I was singing, drove my Chevy to the levee, some good old boys drinking whiskey and rye, not knowing what any of that I knew what a Chevy was. Didn't know what a levee was. But I'm singing that hook over and over. My grandma's like, Where did you hear that song? I'm like, well, it's on the radio, Grandma. But she was not happy with Don McLean at that moment in time.
Now, what I love is watching those videos where people jack the lyrics up because it always sends me back to that Blinded by the Light.
Like a douche?
Revved up like a deucer.
Mm.
For the longest time, I thought he was saying doucher.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how are you revving up like a doucher? Like squash, squash? Like, that's gross.
Oh, yeah, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. We're getting some hashtag D93s. The boys are on like Big Ben in here.
The bridge.
The bridge.
Underneath the bridge, if we're talking or under the bridge.
The truth.
Red Hot Chili Peppers. Say it, Brett. Say it. Yep, you got it, James Pershing. He made you.
The taint.
I got this product that I was gonna review. Right, I was gonna use it on my head. You know?
Taint butter.
Yeah. It's a hair removal spray, right? So it's a hair removal spray, but it says it rejects hair regeneration. So I'm wondering if it's like super permanent. The box came to me all crumbled up, and I'm gonna test it here with you guys.
Which head are you using it on?
The head with hair coming out of it.
Well,
some guys are very hairy.
You have two.
Oh,
No
I've got
hair.
one.
There's no hair follicles down there. Oh, speaking of hair follicles,
You don't have. So you're bald then, on top and on bottom. The shades match the carpet.
Like a deuce.
I'm not gonna
He
go
just
in.
went speechless.
I'm not because I may be thinking of something totally different than you're thinking of. I'm talking about the head.
So was I.
There's no hair follicles on the head.
Okay, well, not on the head, but
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
general
about.
vicinity. You don't have hair on your head, but you have hair on your beard, like on your cheeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Same down there.
Yeah, I'm gonna try this out with you guys here. I'm gonna try it on my hand. So if I chemical burn the back of my hand, this is where I did it.
It's always a brute out.
Oh man. Yeah, speaking of hair follicles, you saw what that guy I showed you what that guy did. He ripped his beard hair. He ripped the follicles off his beard hair and he had them implanted on the top of his head.
Oh. Why?
So he can have head hair.
Oh my God.
You know who did that?
No.
The owner and CEO of Bang Energy Drink.
Oh,
What?
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, in the pictures, he looks so gross because like it's all. It looks like he had road rash, like he was riding a motorcycle and he fell and he dragged his chin off the ground, and it was all like mangled up and like it's all red and nasty looking because he got the follicles removed in his face and he put them on top of his head just to have head hair. So like, why would you do that? Why just go bald, man? Just fucking go bald. It's like, you know, I guess
Some guys have a real issue with that. I mean,
Yeah, they
look
do.
at all the hair products we see between transplants and the spray-on freaking shit and the Rogaine.
Look, this is a look I've embraced since 91 is when I first shaved my head, and that was because some bitch fucked my haircut up. But I've been going bald my whole life, so I'm actually looking forward to the day where I don't have to shave my head
Well, I
in any
think
way.
we always have, even the male pattern guys always have this shit, right? You know?
yeah.
So I'm really thick here and back. I've got a little bit here, and then here is this is the desert right up in here, right?
So you're like Homer Simpson.
Yeah, pretty much. It's that male pattern, you know, just bonk right up here.
I don't know if you guys can see it,
Squirrel.
but I have the product here on my hand. It's a little shiny.
I see it, JJ.
Put on a little bit more than I wanted to. So it works in 8 minutes. So if I start screaming in pain because this thing is chemical burning my skin, you guys will hear about it. I'm doing this, and I'm gonna if it doesn't hurt on my hand, I'm gonna do my entire head. I'm gonna spray my whole head with this stuff, and I'm gonna wipe the hair away instead of using a razor or a shaver. And I got the idea to do something like this because Joe Beard Life, he has a really nasty scar.
Yeah.
And he has a hard time shaving with clippers or even our actual razor because he gets caught in his skin. So I said, what else is there other than shaving tools to get rid of the hair? So I found this spray on Instagram, and I was like, okay, I'll buy it. It comes from China. Hey, whatever.
First mistake.
And I said, I'll try it. Why not?
Mistake number one.
So like, just like the waxing thing, I'll do this, and we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
If I have a nasty chemical burn on my hand after 8 minutes, then I definitely won't do it.
I've already told Johnny this, but when he was doing that one video for the razor, some razor, and he cut a big chunk out of the back of his head, I already told him, I said, I'm sorry to laugh at your pain, but I laughed so hard I had tears coming out of my eyes. And it was because of the sound and the fact that he jumped like right as he did it.
Yeah.
He was like, huh? And oh my God, I rewound it so much.
That really hurt.
Well, I'm sure it did.
It hurt like hell, man.
Dude, when he does the blackhead thing where he's dragging the suction thing and it's literally leaving a purple pink mark as he's going, and I'm just dying. I rewound that all the time too. That's that's what's, because I think we started, it was right around the time that we were starting therapy, and I'm like, I need to watch more of Johnny's stuff. And I didn't watch as much of the beard stuff at first as I did all the other crazy shit he did. And that stuff and the fake burger. The fake burger was a good one with you and your wife when you first got, when Burger King first released that veggie burger.
Yeah.
Impossible
Right.
Whopper.
Yeah. And then when she's plucking, what was she plucking off of you, Johnny? Your eyebrow? Is that what she was plucking?
She ripped my eyebrows off she was happily doing that.
I love all the Johnny Payne videos, man. I'm sorry, but I'll be honest.
Yeah. And I have a pretty decent pain tolerance. So like when that shit hurts, that really fucking hurt.
Well,
yeah, no kidding.
And every time it hits that point, if I watch that video, I'm already laughing because I know it's coming.
It's coming.
Yeah.
I can't
It's almost as if he knew too. Like if you go back and watch, it's almost as if he knew it was coming, because it seemed like he jumped slightly first and then yelped.
Yeah.
But
because I was going fast and I was pushing down. Like you can't push down with that razor. It's already at an extreme angle. So if you push down on it, it's gonna slice you. It will slice you. It'll fuck you up. Oh man, I'm just so happy. I'm good that the skin on top of my head hasn't really scarred that much. I mean, I've really gashed myself open a couple times. Thankfully, there's not a lot of scarring.
My worst zone is right here. I have done the top a couple times because I've been in a freaking hurry, and I never use a mirror anymore because you do it as long as we have Johnny and Brett. You can do it without a mirror, so I'm just lazy. I do it in the shower. But this is where I've nicked myself more than any other, because here I'm very careful because I want to get it. Even before I had the beard, I want to get it because like this area is where if I've got to touch a place up, it's right here because I didn't get enough of it, So there's where I'll be real careful. But sometimes if I'm in a hurry, bam. Now, McMahon recently started shaving his head.
Well, I remember one night I didn't realize I had cut my head.
Yeah.
And I come out of the bathroom, and I had to go ask Carrie something, and I turned around to walk away, and she's like, "Oh my God!" And I'm like, "What?" She's like, "You cut the crap out of your head." And I reached back there, and of course, it looked like someone slaughtered a cow, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, you look like someone's gonna murder you. The one time I really like cut myself really bad, I was bleeding a lot, was when I cut my ear. I don't even know how. I think I was shaving this part, and I brought the razor around my head to go to the front, and I was going around my head. It was too close, and it nicked the bottom of my ear. I was bleeding like crazy. It was coming down my shirt. I ruined my shirt that I was wearing. There was blood all over the sink. It looked like I literally killed somebody in my bathroom. How much blood was all over the place. I had to edit. It took me like 2 hours to edit that video because I was carrying on, not knowing I was bleeding so bad. And I said things in the review that I'm like, shit, I don't want to have to go back into the review and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't have that as I'm talking. I probably should have kept it. Probably would have been more entertaining, but I had to, like, it was like a good like 20 20-minute chunk that I had to take out of that video.
Yeah,
because of that.
Josh has a question, but I want to tell a quick story on that. A question for you. When I do IG videos, that's one take. But when I did YouTube videos, I could edit. So when I was doing, it was either Bay Area or it was BAM. When I was opening the box and I sliced my finger while I was opening the box, it was an IG video, so it was a one shot. So I'm sitting there going, immediately, I either cut the video or I just work through with the blood. So I took the shrink wrap that came with it, and while I was talking, I just wrapped the shrink wrap around the wound. And at certain points towards the end of the video, you could see the blood and stuff. Luckily, it didn't show that much because I hate stopping a YouTube because I want you to see the box being cut open and all that jazz. If I can show it to you, so we know
it was Bay Area.
It was a Bay Area. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to keep one of those Steptic pencils. I used to keep one in my medicine cabinet for when I cut my head.
Mm.
Oh, I don't have those.
I have a.
Do they just seal?
I have an alum.
It's like made like alum.
Yeah.
It burns like hell, and it's
Okay.
for people that shave their face to like little nicks. They put it on and it stops the bleeding.
Yeah.
Okay.
But when it really sucks is when you get one of those, like what Johnny had, or the one I was talking about, where I slice like a dime off the back of your head and you put it on there, and it immediately starts to burn.
I wouldn't use a block on that at all. I would just just leave it. Maybe just keep a cold towel that you
Yeah, I ain't doing that.
Yeah, well, I lost track of time on this spray. Totally lost track of time.
McMahon, yeah, I keep an alum block. That's so wild. I've been shaving my head for 3 decades, and I've never heard of that.
You never heard of it? Yeah. Actually, I never included in my review. Oh, my alum stick. It looks like a roll-on deodorant, and it's just an alum block like shaped in a cylinder, and it's a stick. And I just I don't know why I don't include it in the video site.
The one I used to get would be in your shaving department or of your grocery store or Walmart, and it comes in a plastic tube, and it's an actual stick, and you have to run it under warm water to activate it.
Okay.
And then once you run it under warm water, you put it on, and it burns.
It burns like hell.
Yeah. And it seals the wound so that it doesn't bleed anymore. And when it really sucks is when you take a big gash out of your head. But it stops the bleeding.
Johnny froze, or maybe Johnny.
No, I'm checking this hand out here.
Maybe it's me. Is it my connection?
No, we're good. You hear me?
Yeah.
I'm getting lots of cuts in and out.
Oh, it's probably just you because I see you fine and I see Brett fine.
All right,
I see Instagram fine.
Okay, you're back. Brett is spinning now. Brett's back. Josh want to know how many times a week you shave, Johnny.
I shave at least 2 or 3 times, depending. How it depends if I want to shave. Like I know I have to shave but now I'm all out of shave products to review. So like I'm not religiously shaving my head as often because I would shave every 3 days like clockwork because I would have stuff to review. I'd have razors or I would have soap to review. So now it's like 2 times, 2-3 times tops.
I never went 3. I used to go 2, Johnny, but I never went. Now I'm down to 1.
Oh, that's not true. I do have one product to review. All right, maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Let's see if I have enough hair. No, I need to wait another day or 2. It's too short. It's got to grow a little bit.
Did the wife like when you first shaved it?
She shaved my head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was her. It was her decision for me to go bald, but like I didn't actually like make that leap until like maybe a month or 2 after she said you should go bald. Like you should shave your head bald because like I still have hair on my head. Like if I can't do it because I tried. If I let this grow out, it will grow out. It'll grow out to like how my head looks like before, and that before picture that I said, that's how my hair looks like. That's how it looks like. It's receding, real thin on the top. I mean, back here, no growth at all. So like, but on the sides, I can grow the sides down here, but I'll look like a freak because like I'll have a receding hairline, this long hair, and then bald and thinning, and so, and I'm not a comb over guy. I'm not gonna do that, So that's why I shave it. And Joe died. I didn't send him to the abyss. That just happened. So this didn't work. No hair came off of this. I don't think it was 8 minutes, but I wasn't keeping track of time. So I still have hair on my back of my hand. And
it was longer than 8 minutes.
I'm scared to let it go longer because I don't want to. I guess I can do that. I mean, it's really soft. It definitely took layers of skin off.
Ew.
Because like my right here where I had it is really smooth, really nice and soft. So I know there's layers out off of my skin off this thing. Because the rest of my head doesn't feel this soft. It was feeling a little tingly too. So I was like, you know what? It's probably time to take this off when it tingles. It's probably the best time. Oh man. I don't know. I don't know if I should use this on my head. I don't know if it's safe. And it costs me much.
I don't know. That's
man.
Kind of iffy.
I didn't know it was from China until I got it. I saw the DHL package come in. And I was like, oh, this thing came from China. And then I saw the package and I was like, oh shit, it really did come from China. Let's see. Let's try to put some balm on it. What's my favorite shaving soap? Right now, my favorite shaving soap has to be Artius Man. Before I used Artius Man, I was using CO Bigelow, and they have their premium shaving cream comes in a tube, and it's a paste, and it's more of like a paste that you would put in your cup, add some water, mix it up, same thing. But Artius Man's shaving cream it smells better and it performs better. Like it gives you a really nice slick layer on the top of your head, even when you have all your shaving cream is done. When you're done shaving, that's what it leaves that layer on there. Let me see if Sphinx has a shaving soap, but I never got it. I would have to pick it up. But he does have tallow in it too, so like that's another thing that I may not go for. But yeah, Joe's back. All right.
It's a weird night tonight on the live.
Yeah. Between
Josh and me.
I know, man. It's the aliens. They're up there. It's true. They're disrupting our signals, man.
Oh. Please.
When they invade and they come down, what am I talking about? They already invaded.
They've been here.
We just don't know it yet. But they've been here, yeah. I believe they've been here. We'll see when the ground war starts.
Sphinx shave soap is made by arguably the top soap maker on the planet. Huh.
Oh, really? Who's the top soap maker on the planet?
Yeah, do tell, McMahon. McMahon's getting more into more wet shaving stuff, he's been talking about. I did not know this about Sphinx.
Yay, my Wolf's Mane shipped. Sweet. My mom texted me. She's like, Mom, I'm on the show, Mom.
I just I spend enough money on when I do on regular soap. I'm not going to get into all the shaving soap. I've got to draw a line. Or
there's a shit ton.
Dials. It's James. Fucking dial.
Hey, it's antibacterial. That'd be probably the worst shaving soap ever because it would dry up. It wouldn't. I guess maybe if you use enough of it.
Peter Charkalis of Ariana and Evans. McMahon was all over that. Johnny Grooms, but he won't let anyone try it.
It's funny. I didn't make a shave soap. I made a shave soap before I made a bar soap.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. I did it in a disc, and it was pretty good. I mean, I have some of it upstairs, but It's just not right. It's not right. It's too. It's too. It doesn't dissolve in water. For it to dissolve in water, you really have to work it under hot water. It's too shea butter heavy, and it's just like when you put it on your hands and you put water on your hands, the water just like beads off. Like you have this like coat of so like doesn't work right. That's why.
But, by the way, I want everyone to know, because I just saw it real quick, what a intentionally heartless asshole I am. So I made the crack about Johnny and his autistic thing, and Brett's t-shirt is all about autism. Is that the autism shirt, Brett? Yes, because I saw the puzzle pieces. Yeah. Oh shit! I apologize.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
But
I support that cause because I have several clients that are. And several close friends of mine who have autistic children.
Yes.
And so in that Bearded Villains community I'm part of, I saw one of the guys, his son is autistic, and it was the
Batman,
one I got on.
Yeah,
it's Batman. And I reached out to him through DMs and asked him where he got it, and he sent me the link, and I immediately went in there and bought it.
Awesome, man. Awesome. It's not a gay pride.
No. James is gay pride.
James wants to know if it's not a gay pride.
A gay pride Batman shirt. No, it's the puzzle pieces on there.
Don't make me do the analysis of Batman and Robin, all right? I already did that once.
Hey.
I need to.
Yeah, I know you do, Eric.
I need to refill. I'll be right back. Oh.
And Ari, of course, has Down syndrome. So that's why I'm absolved. Now that Johnny's gone, we can say all the. I mean, come on, that picture of him is borderline spectrum. Let's be honest.
Slightly.
It really is. It's either that or mafioso. Totally. That is not a normal looking dude. That guy is looking like he's going to kill you. All right. And I'm being serious. I'm not even trying to play back into the whole serial killer thing. That guy
also kind of reminds me of those old glamour shots for girls, but his would be a glamour shot for guys. Because he's like,
I'll say it if he's here, but I'm not going to say it while he's gone. Where's the timestamp? Johnny, go back and watch from 1:20 on when you walked away. Oh, shit. Oh, you all know it's said with love, even if it is harsh and heartless.
Oh, there he is. He's back.
I'm back.
But I'm the guy that, goes to other teachers' interns and talks about how he doesn't like retards having equal rights in the classroom just to get a reaction out of them. Just to watch their little, collegiate eyes go, oh, that's so horrible, but I can't say anything because he's a real teacher. I'll lay it on thick, too. I'll just start dropping names and stuff. And then someone will spoil the gig that I actually have a daughter with a disability. But it's fun when it lasts.
God, Corona's got that flavor to it. It's just, it tastes so good.
Only
when I'm in the mood.
Well, I'm the same way. I don't have any children that are handicapped, but I work with them.
Right.
And so when people drop the R word, I just look at them funny, like, what? And they're like, well, what I said. And I was like, I work with handicapped people. Oh,
I have learned. It becomes a teachable moment, Brett. But I have learned it's a lot of times. I don't get angry unless I hear intent. Right? If it's just something that's with the slang, I'll be like,
slip too much. I slip too much.
Yeah, but I get that. It's just a habit that some people have learned to break, and it's a habit that some people just are in, and it's not a big deal because I know in their hearts they're not sitting there going that.
You know why? You know why that I say that like that, and I slip a lot because
you're retarded. I don't know which one is it.
No, because my dad used to call me retarded when I was growing up.
See what? See what the hell?
Yeah.
What the hell?
every time I did something wrong, he would say, "Are you retarded? Are you fucking retarded?" That's what he would tell. That's what he would tell me.
Yeah, I know. The two biggies for school are retard and gay. Now, I've heard less and less of them over 20 years, which I like because it means our children are advancing as being able to leave those words behind. Now, I don't know what's replaced them, but I'm hearing a lot less retard and a lot less gay in a negative context.
I would get that and mental patient. You look like a mental patient. Every time, like he would say, you look like a mental patient. Every time I like, I don't know. It would.
I wish I had the picture because I'd bring that picture up right now. Like maybe
shit,
little argument.
You know, it's good that my parents don't know about this channel, so it's all right.
Oh shit! My wrestling coach in high school, his youngest brother had Downs, and instead of teaching gym or driver's ed, he taught special needs class. That's awesome. Yeah, they'll do it to you, man.
Now I will. Of course, this was before I worked at the place I worked at. But I had this when I used to work at Pizza Hut. I had this guy that worked there that was really gullible, and I told him a story that my brother was severely handicapped, like Sloth from Goonies, and we used to lock him in the closet. And I told him this story, like, oh, I used to lock my brother in the closet. And he's like, what? That's not nice. And I was like, yeah, you don't understand. My brother looked like Sloth from Goonies. And he's looking at me like, oh, what? And I was like, oh, yeah, it was bad. Like, he'd bang on the door like, I'm hungry. And I'd be like, shut up, bitch, and kick the door.
Oh, my God.
And by the time I was done with the story, he was going to kick my ass. And then I ended up telling him, no, my brother's in medical school. It's all a joke. And he was just like, he looked at me like I was even more an asshole.
But I can see that with brothers. I know I heard a story about the Baldwin brothers, how I forget who the youngest one was, but all the older ones would roll him up in a rug and like send him out, like roll. Yeah. Brothers just do that. Some brothers just do that kind of stuff.
Well, I would do things to embarrass my brother because he was always into the, like, how he seemed to other people in public. So I would be that guy that would be like, I can't help it, and he'd get all embarrassed.
Yeah. Oh shit! Hey, Rob, I forgot. I hope it's not COVID. But North, hey, buddy, what's up? Hey. Holy cow, you have short hair. Last time I saw you, you had the big old mane.
Yeah, he took scissors to it.
I remember you telling me that. Now that you say that, yep.
Yeah.
Oh, let's get some Kentucky mash going.
Boy, that guy with the long blonde hair, if his hair stays light, he's going to be a lady killer when he gets older. They're going to love that blonde curly hair.
You hear that? Yep.
Irish Whisker, I have a boy and a girl twin. They don't really fight, but they're not always on the best of terms.
You want to say hi to everybody? Go hi. Say hi. Okay, now.
He was like, no.
Nope. I'm out.
Negatory.
All he sees is creepy bald dudes with beards. That's got to be, I
mean,
that sent anyone fleeing.
Well, he sees me on a daily basis, and he sees two others, and he's like, "Oh hell, that one's enough."
Yeah. Oh, Jersey Ron's a twin. I did not know that.
Oh.
He said, "If y'all, yeah, exactly. F y'all weirdos." Yeah, what are you drinking tonight, Johnny? I gave a quick screenshot of what. I'm not going to say I'm drinking it because I don't necessarily do those things, but it was just in my house.
Just real, just Jack Daniels.
Little JD.
Yeah.
JD.
Tennessee.
JD.
I like the flavor of that. I really do. I used to hate it.
Yeah.
Wash it down with a Corona. Those two don't go together, but they do in this house. Hey.
It's like a weird Mexican Boilermaker. Being from San Diego, I tell you what, once you've had, we had all the Mexican beers that were popular at the time. There's like a string of them that have a real similar taste, like Pacifico and Corona. But the two I really like the most are Negro Modelo because it's a bit different. But regular Modelo just falls into that kind of lagery pattern. But Negro Modelo, it was really good.
I finished all that. I had all my Modelo. I finished all
Oh, yeah. That looks like that's the regular Modelo, right?
Yeah, it's regular.
Yeah, regular.
I like the bottles. I don't know why. There's something. I feel like I get more beer out of this bottle than I do like a regular one. But it's the 12. It's still 12 ounce.
But back in the mid '80s, you're drinking something that's
12
not.
Ounce.
Yeah, it's 12. Yeah, I like I prefer the squat ones over the long necks anyway. You're drinking Mexican beer. I mean, it was cheaper than like the German stuff, and you didn't have all the craft brews, so it felt kind of like something special. And at 18, you could go down to Mexico and drink legally, which I had done too.
Oh, nice. Well, there you go.
Long before Tijuana was a huge drug cartel town. There's a fat dip of Copenhagen away from the perfect trifecta. Little Kings. I don't know what Little Kings are, Eric. I remember Lucky. Lucky was the bomb because it was cheap. You could take it to the drive-in, and it had the puzzle in the bottle cap. And they were only like 11 ounces. The little Lucky Lagers. You ever seen a Lucky Lager? You guys never had a Lucky Lager? It's not a
I don't know what the hell are you talking about, man.
Anyone in the chat remember Lucky Lager? They were 11 ounces and had the picture puzzles inside the bottle cap.
Got picture puzzles. Oh, okay. Did it come with crayons?
Picture page is time to get
with crayons. Was there a maze on there? You sure you weren't drinking? You weren't having dinner at a diner with a kiddie menu or something like that?
Look your ass up some Lucky Lager one of these days. Red and white label. It wasn't great beer, but the picture puzzles made it.
Nice. Who's gonna do puzzles if you're getting drunk? Well,
they're good at the start of the evening. Yeah, as the evening progresses. Yeah.
Like, look, officer, I'm not drunk. I did the puzzle. Like,
but it was a perfect thing. Like, when drive-ins were a thing, and you had the over 21 friend, and so you smuggled a case in, and all the other guys would be able to drink it. So you get like 4 or 5 a night, depending on how many guys were there. And it wasn't, like I said, the full 12 ounces. It was a good little growing up on beer. You know what I mean? I wouldn't drink it today because I'm a snob, beer snob. No, not on the beer can, Mick. It was a bottle, and the cap, on the interior of the cap, you had those little picture puzzles.
How small was this picture?
Oh, it's just like, I love bridges, and you have the eye and the heart in a bridge.
Oh, okay. Joshua's back.
Yeah. All right. Pool. Everyone, how long is Josh going to be on before he pops out again? Winner gets something from Johnny Grooms' private collection.
What? Yeah, if you pay shipping.
Now, if it said "I love bridges," did it have an actual bridge, or was it the other kind? And
I think the ones in Indiana. I think the ones in Indiana probably had the uncovered bridge. Yeah. You know what? I'm looking this stuff up right now just to show you guys your rat bastards.
Real slick.
Squick. See, trades are different. Like, I've traded with Joshua a few times. That's different.
Yeah,
I wouldn't ask him
for
shipping on a trade. That's totally different. Like, but even then on the trade, I was just like, what else can I give this guy? Like, just wow, they really throwing up numbers. This guy, you're not winning anything. Like, I don't even. I mean,
remember, we're the channel that doesn't do the giveaway.
You can do this for fun, but if you want to throw numbers up there just to throw numbers up there, I mean, yeah,
you guys do the giveaway. We don't do it. Are you crazy? We're not doing it. Okay, so here's an idea. Let me get the glare off of there.
Oh,
so there's the bottle cap, and that's
all right. Okay. What? Wait, W chicken.
No, hen. When?
Hen. How do they know it's a hen or a chicken?
In Rome?
When it's springtime in the mountains, it looks like it is.
Oh.
You didn't even let me finish it. I was about to say that. I was just about to solve the puzzle.
And how do you know it's a hen? Because you can't see its twig and berries. That's how I know it's a hen. That's what I'm talking about.
What?
You heard me.
You can't see chicken, I tell you. You grab a
There was
chicken right now,
pearl.
and you tell me you can see his genitalia. You can't.
I know.
You flip that thing over and you go to the feathers.
Well, Eric, what was Pearl? What was Pearl? Or was that a beer, or what was Pearl? I don't know Pearl.
James.
Mini Pearl.
Because it's not a rooster. Mini Pearl. I do clever every time. Think he's about to drop a new flavor.
So are all chickens hens? So why do we call
Yes.
them chicken? Why don't we just call them hens? Why do we call them chicken?
It's the same reason we call all cattle cows. We don't really talk about bulls. I mean, some animals get that, some don't. We always default to the masculine or feminine. I don't know. I guess feminine in the case of shit.
And they got a roast swing on the far side of the bridge. Johnny, here's a girl. All right, McMahon, I like that. That's a good saying. That'd make a great T-shirt.
Yeah,
Rope swinging from the far side of the bridge. It's a girl.
all regional beers with the puzzle cats. Oh, okay, cool, Eric, cool. Those are all regional beers. Okay, so maybe Lucky Lager was like a Southwestern kind of thing.
That'd be an interesting thing to do for some beard companies. Like on the bottom of the tin, on the inside, they do a little picture shit thing. You know?
Yeah,
like
that'd be fun. But god damn, that'd be a long way. Remember when Lux did that over a year ago? He put the little gold things on the bottom of his. Is he still doing it?
Yeah, he did it for the Frankenstein. I was so excited. That's why I did the unboxing. When I did the unboxing today, I said, you guys are going to see it first. And I opened it like this, and I went like that to the camera. Nothing there.
Oh, so he puts it on the lid. I was going to say, I thought he put it under the bomb because it'd take forever to get there.
You think it's underneath here? No, it's under the tin. It's under the lid.
I remember a video.
I heard it was under the balm.
Yeah, I remember a video. Tell me if I'm wrong, McMahon or Ryan or anyone else, where I thought it showed him putting one in the base and then pouring the liquid on top of it.
I don't think that's that.
We didn't have no puzzle beer here.
There, you have to get down there.
McMahon, you had the Trail of Tears beer made out of the blood of the Cherokee.
Taking notes. Yeah, clever. Take notes. Do something different, man. Just mix it up.
Beard Octane does a pick at the very bottom of the bombs that is a winner, but at Lux does his under the lid. Okay.
Yeah, I know Beard Octane does the pick. Renew Man does the pick also, but they put their pick right on top, and it is a slamming pick. I really love the pick from Renew Man. When I do the review on this, I'm going to talk about that pick. I don't know if this is going to show up, but that's the pick from Renewed Man. You got the logo right there.
Yeah.
Turn around there. It says Renewed on there.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's a nice marble, really good guitar pick.
I've never gotten a pick in balls. That was the thing when I first started. People were doing picks. I never got one.
This is nice.
Were they really? Because I thought maybe Badass was the only one doing it.
No, well, they may have started because they're bigger, but a number of companies sent picks.
Renewed Man.
And I know they still do. They send a pick whenever you get one of those sampler packs. I haven't bought from them in a long time, but they used to send the card, and it had the guitar pick like putty glued to the thing.
Were you keeping track of Josh? Because I wasn't keeping track of Josh at all.
Yeah, I wasn't either.
Saying he was 4 minutes. He's saying he won. I don't know, but.
By the way, I wouldn't know about the Beard Octane because I have a backpack full of Beard Octane right now.
Really?
Yeah, that's where the Barbados Joe Sense go to die.
The backpack.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens after the backpack? What do you do?
They go to the trash. I only keep them in the backpack because it's right next to where I game, and the backpack smells pleasant.
Oh, okay.
Because it's got a bunch of oil in it. Otherwise, I toss them all. Yeah, the backpack is the cemetery of beard oils in my house.
What was I just supposed to say? I totally lost it. Renewed Man.
They're talking about the time.
Renewed Man is not going to get a live review. They're going to get a pre-recorded review because there's a few things I want to talk about with Renewed Man.
McMahon, I remember that. Lone Bear used to send a spatula. I remember when they had the spatula.
I have a bunch of those spatulas. I love those.
Yes, those are good stuff.
I use them for other things too. I use them for other things, other products.
Yeah.
You know, they instead of getting my fingernails all messed up with the product, I use the spatula.
I love Keith and Cynthia. I don't see them around nearly as much as I used to.
I was wearing the Autumn Bastard. Oh my god. I was wearing the Autumn Bear the other day, and I so happened to wear the shirt. That's why I took a picture because I was like,
I remember.
Fucking Lone Bear. I haven't seen them either. Let me do a post, and then yeah, I miss Keith and Cynthia. They were a good couple.
Little Johnny, do you happen to have one handy? They're like little baby spatula kind of things. They're tiny. They're real tiny.
The hell did
But
Are they even doing any more beard stuff?
I don't know. I don't know. It's like the Chiefs won the Super Bowl and that made him happy. Holy shit! You look like the MGM Lion there for a second, Brett, with that beard and you called your ass Leo. Ooh. Cosmetic spatulas. Okay, let's just give some. Mittman, you're getting a coin tonight. You're dropping the best soap maker, arguably, as you put it. You know the name. Well, first you came up with the spatula, and then I don't even care if they aren't called cosmetic spatulas. It's like Brett said.
They are cosmetic spatulas.
Okay. If you say it with enough conviction, it's true, unless someone's going to fact check you, right? So,
I have a I have a few of those.
I just cashed in Pershing's, and he got a nice little prize out of that. So who knows? Maybe you'll get something, somewhere down the line. Or maybe you'll grow a full head of hair first. One of those two things is going to happen, but who knows? So
I only have one fucking coin.
What?
I only have one fucking coin.
You know what? You know why that is? I'm going to tell you why that is. Because it used to be a dual thing, and then Johnny just was like, fucking no, I'm not going to give any fucking coin. When was the last time you heard Johnny Grooms give a coin?
Not a long time. It's been a long time.
Yeah, been a
long time.
Yeah, Johnny Grooms just doesn't do it anymore. It was his idea.
Yeah. And I got one coin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still trying to figure out what to do when they get 10.
I have one. One.
All right. Well, times about 6. You get 7 coins. There you go. Automatically, just like that. Boom.
Now it's like the peso. It's devalued out of hell. Holy shit!
I'm trying to make it an actual beard cryptocurrency over here. It's gonna take it takes a little bit. It's not as easy as you think. I tried. I Googled it.
Yeah.
Shit.
Especially when you don't give it out. Although he made a gold coin recently, from what I understand.
will say
I haven't seen it.
I haven't sent the gold coin out. I'm in the process of making it. It's half done.
You've been in the process for like 2 months of making that gold coin.
Hey, I got a kid that at home learns.
Yeah.
I got teachers yelling at each other because they can't figure out documents and shit.
Yeah.
And how to mute.
You know what pissed me off today? No, it was yesterday. No,
it wasn't your job. I'll tell you that.
No, definitely. I'm loving that. Oh shit. So anyway, listen to this. My kid a test, right? She's like, okay, what I want you to do is think about your last vacation that you had, and I want you to write a sentence on, what'd you like from the vacation. Now he's gone. He's the English teacher. He's the teacher. He's the one who'll be able to justify if I should be angry or not. Now I'm gonna wait for him to come back to finish the story after I got all riled up again.
All I know is the night that you made me moderator, I was so proud. I almost had tears in my eyes. I'm not kidding. I was like, oh my God, I've made it.
We just don't have any we don't have any real swag to give out and stuff like that. So, we have 2 shirts. That's it. And they're pretty comfortable. But I don't know if I don't know. All that stuff costs money.
Yeah,
I just don't have it. I wanted to get Lux this Sunday, his new Sunday thing, and I can't. I kind of got told yeah, we gotta stop the spending. I was like, oh shit. Your wife ever tell you that? We gotta stop the spending.
Yeah. I hear that quite often.
I was like, what? What do you mean stop the spending? The money don't stop coming in. We should be able to keep it going out.
Well, I used to be real shady about it. I'd get the stuff sent to my work so she wouldn't find out.
Ooh.
And then she ended up finding out and just blowing up. So yeah, I got to be real.
Yeah, you gotta be crafty.
Yeah.
Oh, is that this discussion? Okay.
So Joe is back. Joe's back. So let me continue with my story.
Okay, please do, Johnny. Sorry.
You're an English teacher. This is an English assignment.
Okay.
My kid is in first grade, right?
Okay,
He's in
gotcha.
first grade, right?
Mhm.
And he's remote learning. Everything they do is on screen. They write one letter a day. The only reason why I know what they do all day is because I got to be on top of my kid because he has ADHD just like me. And if a leaf goes through that window, across the window, he's like, leaf. And like, so I have to recenter him and make sure he's paying attention.
Mhm.
So that's the only reason why I know exactly what he's doing all the time. This teacher has him writing one letter a day, right? On a dry erase board that they gave us, whatever bullshit. That's it. You know, the test she gave him was to write a sentence, draw a picture, and label the picture in words. You know, they've been writing one letter a day. This is first grade on screen, not even on by the hand, on screen. He's been typing. How the fuck is he supposed to write a sentence if you haven't taught him how to write a sentence yet? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you for real? Like, so he knew. I told him, do what you know. Do what the teacher taught you. Okay, Dad. He drew the picture great. He drew the family vacation. We went away. He drew that. So what he do? He wrote the letter of the day that they had him write. He wrote a bunch of like D's and L's because that's what they did. She didn't teach him how to write a sentence. He's like, I don't know how to spell. I don't know how to spell. And I can't help him because it's a test. It's a test. So everybody's on screen. Their microphones are on. No help from the outside. No help from parents. Nothing. So I can't be like, I can't say, okay, this is how you spell this, or this is how you write that, or like I can't do any of that. I'm like powerless. So the fuck it's first grade. He don't know. You didn't teach him how to write a sentence yet. He's freaking out because he can't write a sentence. He gets very angry when he can't do something. Yeah. He gets very, very mad, and he's like, I'm done with the whole thing. He slams the laptop down. He ran away. I had to like scoop him up. I have to hold him tight for him to center back to get back in the frame of mind to go back to school. And then I have to carry him like a baby, like that, because he's got sensory issues also. So compression is a really big thing for children that have that.
Okay.
So I have to do this entire fucking process and tell him it's not your fault. You don't know. She didn't teach you how to write a sentence yet. I can't help you. And he's looking at me with these eyes, and I'm like, I'm like freaking the fuck out because I can't do nothing, you know. And so I said, just do what you know, do what you know. And he did. He did what he knew, and we handed it in. And the teacher was like, all right, that's fine. But like, how are you gonna have him? They've been doing everything on screen. Teach the kid, do a typing exercise, then he'll be able to do it. You want him to type words? He can type words, but to write it out, he hasn't been. He's been doing one letter a day from the beginning of the year. Even in kindergarten, they only been like tracing whatever the teacher gave them, and also they hasn't been taught that skill yet to actually like spell out a word in a sentence, to write a sentence.
Does he have an IEP yet, Johnny?
Yeah, he does, and he has like. He's got different like counselors and he's got occupational therapy every Friday and things like that. Like, so like he's well looked after. So I'm going to talk to them about that. And like,
well, I would just say, cause this is probably not an IEP issue, but I would make the teacher aware, like, hey, call her out in as polite a fashion as you can, just to say the kid freaked out for a little bit because you hadn't taught him to do that. And I know everything was okay. This isn't about the grade. This is about me informing you that if we're going to do this again, I don't want my son to have a meltdown.
Yeah. I mean, meltdown was an understatement. Like, I'm done with school. I don't want to do school for the rest of the day. I hate the teacher. I hate the assignment. I hate the computer. Blah, blah, blah. He really is one of those kids that need to be in a classroom.
Yeah,
the teacher has to be there, and like he has to have.
Most elementary kids are those kinds of kids,
and it's like so frustrating as a parent because like, if it's not a test, I can be like, okay, so what do you do when this happens? So what do you do? And then like he puts 2 and 2 together and he figures it out, and then he does it himself. See, but in this case, I could do that.
Make her aware. If she's worth her salt, she'll say, "Oh, that's my bad. I'll do better." she could have just said, okay, guys, if you know how to write a sentence, write a sentence. Otherwise, draw me the picture and do the letters that we have been practicing. And then just in that simple instruction, your son wouldn't have melted down. But by only giving the sentence as an option, she puts him in a box, and she needs to know that. You know what I mean? She needs to know, like, hey, and you can do that politely. She just has to, because as it was, if writing the D and L's and everything was okay, she really didn't need the fucking sentence. So she needs to do a better job with her instruction because she has kids like your son in her class.
Yeah, her instructions are like way off.
Yeah.
She threw instructions out to the kids, and I'm trying to follow exactly what she said because I'm sitting right there, and I'm like, "What did you fucking say?" Like I was cursing her out. They got like we were off the Zoom though. I was flipping out, you know.
And if you're not at home, like if you're you know, if like let's say it's grandma that's watching the kid because both parents have to work or what have you, and they got. Did she look like a younger teacher or?
Yeah, she's a younger teacher. Yeah, she's not seasoned.
Yeah, she's not seasoned, and it could be a legit mistake. Maybe she's not used to having kids, you know, with disabilities in her class. So, but it's good to inform her, and you know, you help that parent teacher child relationship by saying, hey, just so you know, my kid, I know he has an IEP, but this also happens. I think that would help.
Yeah. He does. He did have a weighted blanket, but I ruined the weighted blanket, and they're so expensive. I feel so bad. The weighted blanket was weird because I put it to wash, and then all the weight like went to one side, and I cannot get that weight like redistributed evenly. So that $80 down the drain for that shit. He has a compression t-shirt. It has like no edges, no seams. It's really comfortable. Like you feel it's super soft. But it makes you feel like you're being hugged. You know, that's the idea, you know?
Yeah.
He has his like giant quilt and his stuffed animal that he wraps around himself and with the stuffed animal. So that helps him. And at the same time he gets yelled at, but I tell him like, look, like just fucking, I don't say fucking, but I tell him like, look, wrap yourself up with a blanket. You want to hold your stuffed cat? Hold your stuffed cat. I don't care what she says. You know, because like I'm the one that has to deal with him and bring him back to school mode. Because once he's off, he's off.
Yeah.
It's at least 15 minutes to get him back centered again.
Yeah.
That's why I hate the online learning thing. I really can't fucking stand this online learning shit. I'm like,
it's really tough for the younger kids, let alone a kid with a disability. Yeah. It's a real. It's like I said when we talked about this. Is a no good solution for K through 6. There isn't, because you either risk the infection or you risk the problem at home. There, at least with the grades I teach, those kids can be pretty self-sufficient. Mm-hmm. And you know, if they're good students, they can do the work. And at least in our system, I don't like this taped can teacher lesson stuff. I like the way our school is doing it, where I'm live with them daily, you know, online or in class.
She's live and she plays videos and shit, and I'm just like, this is not learning, man. He can do this on his own watching YouTube. I don't, you know, it's like it's YouTube videos. It literally is YouTube videos.
Yeah,
it's people reading books on YouTube, and they're just links to YouTube videos. I don't know.
Elementary ed is not my specialty. I wish I could help better with, you know, critiquing her ability, but that's the other thing too. Each school district is handling their stuff differently. I don't even know what the 4 elementary schools in my district that I teach in are doing. I'm just very dialed in on trying to get my kids to succeed, because this year I'm teaching the struggling learners. Usually I teach the high flyers. This year I'm teaching the struggling learners because I'm only in the school for one period a day. And that's in its of itself, that's got its own challenges. You know, the kids can do the work, but do they? You know, that's what I wrestle with, as opposed to trying to challenge the kids and really give them a good bang for their buck kind of thing. Hmm. Well, shit, it's 10:25.
Yeah.
Where did that time go?
I don't know. We were in and out. Connection was iffy.
Yeah. Oh, Irish Whisker. I had a kid with CP. Love that kid. Love that kid in that he was, and I had him at 15, 16, and he struggled physically, but he never used that as an excuse. And he busted his ass, and he was a go-getter. I had his older sister, who's now a professor at Yale. She was super bright. But he was a great kid, and she looked after him. There was 2 years difference. So good on you, Irish Whisker.
Funny story about cerebral palsy children. I drove a bus with four kids going to a CP center. The one girl, quadriplegic, she couldn't move her arms that much. She couldn't move her legs. She was really like, her wheelchair was like super high tech, motorized and everything. She had like the thing to breathe, to move around, and she can control the computer. She kind of looked like Steven.
Yeah.
That girl was so smart because she understood all the conversations that me and my bus aide had while we were driving. I had no idea that she was like that. I didn't think she was paying attention or whatever.
Right.
But she was paying attention. She was in full detail and everything.
Yeah.
So at the time, I wasn't married. So like one of the aide that took her off the bus was very attractive young teacher, whatever. And I always just comment on how, beautiful she looked to my aide. I'm like, man, she looked really good today. And then my aide was always telling me, oh, you should get her number. You should get her, talk to her or whatever. And I was like, nah, she ain't gonna go with me. I'm just a fucking bus driver. And she's over here like, teacher and shit. So she fucking told the teacher that I like was in love with her. When the teacher came up to me, she goes, I forgot her fucking name. It's been so long. It's been so many years. She says that, that you like me. And I was like, what? And she goes, yeah. She goes, you see that computer? She goes, she can talk to that computer and she understands everything you're saying. So she told me that you really like me and all that stuff. And I was like, and the teacher's like, do you really like me? And I was like, I can't talk to you this way because it's like, I'm on the job and all stuff. I don't want to get in trouble and all that stuff. And she blushed and laughed and then walked away. And like, that was, you kind of blew my shot because I'm really like shy like that. Like, you see me, I'm here, I'm like outspoken, all that. But when it comes to talking to like pretty girls and stuff like that, I'm really shy.
Oh yeah, me too.
I can't believe I'm married, like, because my wife is gorgeous, and like I don't know how that happened, but God was like here. but yeah, I clam up as soon as a pretty girl starts to talk to me. I'm like, you meet what? And I walk away. That's it. Any guy can look at you in the face and say, fuck yourself, whatever, and say whatever. But like, I can't. Once a girl starts talking to me, that's it. It's like, yeah, I shut up.
I get it.
Yeah. Thanks for the uncomfortable flashback, Johnny.
Yeah, no, I don't. Oh, come on. We all have that one, right? Do we have that one that got away? That yeah.
More than one.
Jeez.
Look at Brett.
A lifetime of them.
Oh. Look at Brett Gigolo.
Oh, no.
I love it. All right, so 10:28. Let me look real quick. By the way, Lakers fans, you're down by 17 at the half if there are any of you out there.
Yeah, I don't follow sports, so how many field goals do you need to win?
Well, firstly, the team that they're playing was a huge Cinderella story, and so it's very interesting. Again, my son likes the Lakers, so I want nothing more than them to lose, and because I'm a Celtics fan, and the Heat just beat the Celtics, so Laker fans, suck on that for a little while. Real quick, next week on Therapy, we got guests, I do believe. Yes, indeed. Oh, looky there. Beer Times with Scott.
Really?
The original, before Johnny Grooms member of Beard Therapy, who was just too busy guy. We'll talk a little bit about that. So, yeah, next week, Beer Times with Scott fans, we'll have a good old time with Scott himself. Yes, sir. Brett, thanks for hanging out with us. I always love when you're on here, man. I love you as the Blue Ranch, but I love when you're on here too, man.
Yeah.
It's good to have you on here.
I love being on here. Anytime you guys need a guest, just hit me up a link and I'll gladly join.
Yep. Well,
I'll bring the bridge and we'll go from there.
You can keep the bridge. Well, I guess anywhere you go, the bridge comes with, unless you're really weird.
It's part of it. I mean,
yeah.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Just water under the bridge, really.
Or water under the bridge.
I wonder if your balls are like the troll that guard the bridge. You know,
I was just thinking
under the bridge.
Joe, we were talking too long because I was just thinking about the troll. And how can I work the troll into the bridge into the conversation?
Well, that is a bad. We didn't have the most fiery Dirty 930 because we were just kind of chilling here, but that's a good way to end it. Thanks for showing up tonight, guys. Appreciate it. Once again, congrats, Sober Chef Eric, on 9 years plus of sobriety.
That's right.
And that's all I got. Johnny, Brett, anything you guys want to say before we call it a night?
Wise, I can't find that bridge.
I got nothing because I don't know what I'm going to do next. So that's pretty much it.
All right. So we'll see y'all same time next week with Beer Times with Scott. Take care, guys. Have a good week.
See you later.
Oh, man.